I broke my camera. I could use my American phone camera. I could use my European phone camera. Or my other chunky and heavy Canon camera. All of which are nothing compared to the camera I had. That was the most expensive one that took me a long time to pay off, and I had it the shortest amount of time. I honestly only used my broken Sony for filming yoga videos. The screen flips around so you can see your positioning. That's why I loved it, and the image was super duper clear. Anyway, just saying hi and checking in. So there's not much to report other than working on my studio. Oh, and I broke my camera. And also the propane guy came so he could give me an estimate. He then never gave me an estimate because he apparently lost the paperwork. So he had to come back and re-estimate the price, which is a few thousands of dollars. Not going to be getting that installed in a while. Oh, and I broke my camera. I got a second job. My mom's friend is moving to Puerto Rico and needs help finishing up some stuff to make her house more sellable. She said she could give me a down payment for my heating if I work on her house, so I said yes. It's only for a couple months, but I will take anything right now. She also wants me to get a VR headset because she has one. How lucky am I? She was encouraging me to get the headset more than the important things to finish my studio, which was hilarious. So what else has happened? Oh, I broke my camera. I have a pinned cherry tree and it finally bloomed. I've been making a lot of bird friends. Me and my coworker almost drove our work vehicle into the lake. It was a scary moment, something we can laugh at now. I was at a hardware store and I wasn't looking where I was walking, and I walked really hard into a cart holding a bunch of heavy items. The guy down the aisle was totally laughing at me. Luckily, I was also laughing too, or I would have been totally offended. Oh, and one day there was 5 ticks crawling on me. I think they were on me for hours and hours while I was working in my studio, and I didn't even know it. It was scary. That's why fake grass is always a good thing. Guess what I did? I broke my camera. So let's talk opportunities. Some people are lucky when given opportunities in life, others not so much. I can't complain in that department, but also I kind of want to, so I will. There was this job I was doing, just getting perfume smell out of an apartment, basically the easiest job I've ever done, and this lady wanted me or my coworker to be an apprentice for her in woodworking. Little did she know, I have built my own little abode, by no means skilled in the art of woodworking. She gave us her cards, she wanted an all-woman crew and was very passionate about it. So I wasn't interested, but I took the card anyway. Then she contacted my boss asking if we were interested, and he told her that I already built 2 houses basically. And she asked if she wanted me to put my tiny home on her huge acre property. My boss told her I already had a space. Then she asked if I could be a teacher with her and teach woodworking. She was such a nice lady, but I always wonder why couldn't I have just had a cool opportunity, a little more creative, a little more inspiring that doesn't have to do with cleaning or construction unless it's set design. I always wanted to do that. My mom's friend said we were the hardest working family she knew, so maybe it's just in my blood and it can't be avoided. I don't know when the last time it was I wore normal, not work clothes. I can't even remember the last time I had a dance party. I don't feel like myself. I'm a workaholic. But the lack of opportunity is also just where I live. I live in the forest and love being a forest dweller, but it's just exhausting sometimes not always getting that inspiration. Unless you live in the city, this is what you will get. A 70-year-old woman needing a woodworking apprentice. Great. This is the wrinkliest shirt you've ever seen. There's no time for ironing. No time for ironing. Yeah, I'm like so... I've never worked so much in my life. Genuinely. Like, I thought I was working a lot before. I'm working way more now. Like, even when I like have one day off, even when I have a day off, I just want to work in my studio. Where else could I work instead? I remember this one time at Home Depot, this guy used to work with my dad. He worked at the paint department. Me and my mom were picking up paint, and he was trying to convince me to marry his son and sell pot dogs with him in Colorado. Yes, I said pot dogs. He was like, yeah, he's younger than you, which means he'll die around the same time as you. He's also tall, so you could feel completely comfortable wearing heels. Now thinking about it, I might take him up on his offer. Not the marrying his son part, but the pot dogs. That could be kind of cool, right? Though, you know, I'm not proficient enough in marijuana, so that probably wouldn't work. Oh, and I'm a vegan, so also wouldn't work. I was in an attic for 8.5 hours in a hazmat suit, a full face mask. I am so sore. Never been so sore in my life. I'm sore in my arms, I'm sore in my elbow, my shoulders, the back of my shoulders, the lower back, my neck, the spine, the legs, my knees, my Oshkosh-Snatter. The worst headache because I'm bending down multiple times. My wrists, my fingertips. I've been so tired in my life. Never want to go in an attic ever again. Maybe I should work in a grocery store, where I'm bored out of my mind. I mean, I do love food. No, I really wouldn't survive sitting in one spot all day. Speaking of groceries, I can't stop eating the Voa protein bar. So I was in this super small grocery store, and sometimes when I know there's no one in the store, specifically clothing boutiques, I can't go in because I know the front desk person needs someone to entertain them, so they'll have to pay attention to me. I was in a small vintage clothing store once, and I could sense the cashier was looking at me. She leans in closer to my butt. I look back at her, and she was like, "Sorry, I was just seeing if your Levi's were the genuine Levi's by the tiny tag on the back pocket." I just want to be an anonymous shopper sometimes. Basically, the personable qualities of these department store employees I could never be. Maybe I should work at an animal shelter. It's surprising I haven't yet. I was at this grocery store that I love. It's so cozy and small and organic, but not big enough to be an anonymous shopper in. And none of the employees walked past my aisle and did the whole walking backwards, peeking his head back around to see if I needed any help. Which is so nice, but I know you've seen me in the store like 20 million times. I think you should know if I need assistance or not. So I'm almost done at my little side gig job, and I keep getting compliments on the floor I did. It was quite a bit of work. I sanded the whole floor with a huge drum sander, then hand sanded it, and my hand turned numb, and then I stained it 3 times, and the stain is a quick dry stain, so I really had to move super fast. I think I had like 5 compliments on my floor. Well, not directly to me, but third-party compliments are the best. I'm not good with in-person compliments. I also got a third-party compliment on a sweatshirt I embroidered for my sister from 2 nurses at a London hospital. They're like to my sister, "She should sell those." Funnily enough, I do sell them, but nobody wants to buy them. But I'll take the compliment. You know, that's not just third-party compliments, but that's a whole other country third-party compliment. I feel like I'm doing like a really bad job at filming right now because there's just so much things so many things. I'm just overwhelmed at this point between my actual job and like I'm doing overnights, so going far away and then working. That just like takes me out of my mindset, and I'm just like confused because then I have to do that, and then I have to go to my mom's friend's house and work there, and then I'm trying to work in my studio and all these little things. And now there's ants in my closet getting into, like, carpenter ants are coming into my door eating the rot or something, so I'm trying to figure that out. And all these beads I just got from this house that I just did. Like, she was a bead hoarder and she had, like, I can't even tell you how many beads, and now I'm taking lots of them, which is probably a really bad idea. So I'm gonna have to like sift through that, plus my other craft stuff I have to also go through. So I'm a bit overwhelmed. I should say no more, but I can't help it. There could be good things in there. Yeah, so overwhelmed. That's what I am right now. Overwhelmed. But I must reiterate how I'm so grateful for this opportunity, because without it, I would not have gotten heat for this winter. Heat is a big deal because I am always cold. My mom's friend really has helped me out quite a bit in work and just living in general. Kind of convinced certain moments are purely spiritually induced. Without meeting her, I would not have had a job coming back from leaving London. I would not have had a home to live in after our house sold. And I would not have had heat in my studio this winter, most likely. I swear it's spiritually created. Like the time I got a compliment on my outfit 2 times in 1 week, both at a grocery store, 2 different outfits. That never happens. And the time my coworker spoke about her neighbor walking her dog and getting pulled by it and falling on her face and breaking her nose, blood was everywhere. And that same day we did a job where this guy who was a chain smoker and drinker tripped over his dog's leash and fell on his face. Pretty sure he broke his nose because there's blood everywhere. Or the time my coworker asked about my hand tattoos, and the same day a girl checking out my groceries said she liked my hand tattoos. I know they're little moments, but I'm really into synchronicities and numbers and signs, so maybe my camera breaking is a sign. Jesus, dude. What's going on? I felt like my hair was doing something weird, and I just needed to check it out. It's kind of doing something funky, you know? I don't know how I got like this. I don't know. I just took a shower, so I don't know what happened in the shower. It's all good. It's all good. P.S. I filmed 2 more yoga videos with my unbroken camera, so any more yoga videos after that will be absolutely annoying quality. So therefore, I may wait to see if I can save up $400 to get my camera fixed or buy an entirely new one.